Just when I thought I had done everything I ever wanted, something pulls me from within. A divine prophecy, perhaps, and it tells me to reach further. With this newfound ambition, I, Emperor Ogier, desire a new kingdom for our dynasty, and all roads are pointing to Danelaw. The trouble with this plan, at least initially, was, well, nobody in our house had held any claim within its de jure. So naturally, we got busy. A broken betrothal and a fresh new spouse for my youngest son, Zakaria, had put our family in second position to inherit the independent county of Devon. At this point, we were fortunate enough that the first-in-line's husband had owed us a favor and was willing to join a scheme to remove said wife. After which, our son's betrothed, Marie, was ready to inherit. Naturally, at this point, it was time for Marie's mother to somehow disappear in the woods. With that out of the way and a newborn child for the newlyweds, it was time to arrange for yet another countess to go missing in the woods. So sorry for your loss, Zakaria, but with this last succession, our first objective was completed. One quick county acquisition later, and thus a child, a Sen, became Duchess of Cornwall. Though a duchy for our young Aloisia is nice, in our family we shoot for the kingdoms. Hey guys, Esmonty Gaming here, and we're going to continue advancing our storyline for the Sens Dynasty. Today we'll be picking up where we last left off as granddaughter Aloisia, a vassal within the Kingdom of Danelaw. I'm struggling against the urge to get back into France and bring it up to its former glory, but I suspect they should be fine for now. My initial plan here was going to be to have a bunch of babies, marry them off to powerful characters, and expand the dynasty, but there's this one pop-up right here that just keeps bugging me. An ongoing election of the king's heir, as per the Scandinavian Elective. The way this works is that the ruler and all de jure vassals can nominate an heir for the Kingdom of Danelaw amongst the ruler's extended family and any available claimant. Now, each vassal has a certain amount of voting power that determines how many votes their elected heir receives. This power is based on the elector's total domain development and their capital's popular opinion. Naturally, we're not going to care about any of that nonsense. You see, we're planning on using the power of manipulation and this one pesky stewardship perk that will make our liege wish he never knew us. So strap in once again, because it's time for politics. Luckily, we don't have to worry about any of that just yet, because right now we are a sheltered but rowdy 4-year-old girl. Also, somewhere along the line we've lost our educator, and we really don't have any good replacement. Noble Pagano here can use a wife, and the lovely Piltrude will make a reasonable teacher. Although our father is a reasonable spy master, he should be inheriting his own kingdom soon enough, and I'm sorry Piltrude, it looks like you'll be honeymooning alone in the king's court. It's important we start this early, as gathering hooks on our co-vassals will be an integral part to our election plan. I mean, it is our election plan. Given we've got plenty of birthdays ahead of us before we have to start getting our hands dirty, let's take a look at the current status of things around us. France appears to actually be doing just fine in their independence war, so that should hopefully stem any future fracturing. Italia is still chilling, I mean, why not? Emperor Ogier's getting up there in the years. And I was poking around a bit in Ireland, and it actually looks like they might form the kingdom. Some of these guys have scary amounts of troops given their realm size, and I definitely was thinking of taking some land here, but these rulers would not make for easy targets. And yep, not much else to do as a child, so we'll sit here and let our counselors take the reins. Most importantly though, we wait and let our new spy master collect secrets. Call her my campaign manager. Looks like Piltrude has lobbied a potential supporter, an incestuous Count Botolf. This is just the demographic we wanted to target. We'll just have to hold on to that knowledge for now, as we're not ready to start making political moves. Though, guess who's making moves? Emperor Ogier, at the age of 70, he's attempted quite the feat. He's actually attacking the Pope, and as you'd expect with his unlimited resources, this is an uphill battle. Look, it's already 80% war score, and this war is probably going to be over very soon. It has been literal years, and Piltrude can't seem to come up with anything interesting. I've always considered the kingdom's capital to be a wild place full of loose morals and questionable decision-making. Guess we'll have to keep on trying. And boy, do we have to keep trying. Seems our primary voting bloc tends to die off rather quickly. People are just dying to get out of their obligation to us. Well, we still have time on our side for now. Oh my god. Again, Piltrude? You know what to do. Just keep it up. What? You're literally just in my court. Get out of here. Go find some secrets, please. Sometimes I think she's just trying to get back at me for sending her away after her wedding. Oh wow, look at that. I just realized that we have another Sen ruling a duchy in the northern part of the HRE. I took a look to see how Duke Lazar had gotten this title, and it seems back towards the end of episode 7 of our Count to King series, we had married Callum off to the Duke of Westphalen. His father was slain in battle, and I guess all the other heirs had died, so this title eventually passed down to Duke Lazar. Ugh, Piltrid. I just need space right now because there's the news. The ceremonial announcement of our new dynasty head, signifying the passing of our beloved Emperor Ogier at the age of 71. Rest in peace, grandfather. This, however, allows for my father to claim a kingdom for himself. All hail Zaccaria, the mighty king of Romagna. And oh, something tells me if this number's correct, he's not long for this title. And I tell you what, Piltrid, one more time you come in here with nothing, I swear. Oh, there we go. Something juicy. It's a Baron, so it doesn't really help us, but hey, at least we know she's doing something. Oh look, a kitty. I shall call you Snow. Suddenly I enjoy being a cat person, though I can't say the same for Mayor Eric. Apparently Snow just went around pissing on all of his stuff. Sorry dude, you must be mistaken. Not Snow. Not my precious Snow, and frankly, it's just a cat. My spy master may have finally figured out where to lurk. It appears she came up with a secret love affair between the Duke of Kent and his mayor. Now we're talking. What's that, Piltrid? He's a sodomite too? Well, I can't say I'm surprised given his male love interest. And, well, this will surely amount to a few votes in the election when we're ready. This prompt is telling me I can arrange a marriage with a King David. And yep, it looks like my father, Zaccaria, has lost his title to Romagna. Though I can't tell exactly what inherited by abdiction means. I'm assuming it was some sort of claimant faction. Either way, David isn't much stronger and I have no desire to potentially get involved in his wars. And actually, given this lack of conflict, it appears we've been able to focus on our studies as we've finally come of age and mastered the art of subtlety. We're known as the elusive shadow. This shall serve my election campaign quite well, I think. Before we get into some scheming, we're going to need to take a pit stop and focus on stewardship, as we're going to need to pick up meritocracy to get our name on the ballot. Domain focus will do, and it's time to get married. I really want someone who excels in intrigue beyond my own abilities. You know, he never can stop learning. Enter Lucas. Well, he's old, but he's also a genius, and I can definitely use his help around here. I know he's going to want kids and the age gap is quite considerable, but I've always found a skilled man quite attractive. I mean, I'm 16, what do I know? I do know that Mayor Eric continues to hate me, and I do know how to scheme. The probability of killing him, though, is very low, so let's just see what we're working with. Oh, wow. With my husband's help, success chance is near doubled. So hot. But we can't risk our campaign on a botched murder scheme, so let's just cancel this for now. Look at this. Eric still gets the bad omen triggered, even though the scheme was cancelled. Well, good. At least we accomplished something. Oh my, Lucas, you're so old and so fragile. Snow appears to be causing you so much discomfort, and I will have someone else take care of him. Maybe it was a way to show my appreciation, or just a misclick perhaps, but I'd just given my cat I love so dearly to someone I despise. Well, Mayor Eric, I hope he gnaws on your peg leg. Ah, yes, we're pregnant. I guess my husband was so thankful I'd gotten rid of the cat, he's bestowed upon me a child and an heir. Good. Oh, what's this? It appears being with child has heightened my senses. 2 courtiers are discussing, of all people, Mayor Eric. We'll just sneak up and give a little listen. It appears Eric has the unsavory habit of sodomy. Now, deviancy is criminal in our faith, but for some reason, despite sharing the news, I still don't have just cause for imprisonment. This guy's gonna be a thorn in my side. Anyway, my baby arrives just fine, and it's a beautiful daughter. I would have hoped for a genius son, but I'll take the heir God has given me. Welcome to the world, Alfonsina. Oh my god, that deviant mayor. What was I thinking in trusting him with something I love? I went back to check on my fluffy little buddy, Snow, and she's gone. Nowhere to be seen. Gonna miss you, Snow. You didn't deserve what I may have put you through. Now let's get our scheming underway, as we're picking up meritocracy. It's going to take about 4 years to gather the support for my claim on Danelaw, and given Scandinavian elective succession requires candidates to have a valid claim, this is the first leg of our campaign. 90% seems pretty reliable to me, so I think we've got this. Actually, I'm kind of curious how much of this success chance can be credited to my spouse alone. If I pull him off intrigue, we drop to 69% success chance. Damn, this dude is great. We're getting at least 21% alone from his support. I guess since we've got the gold, I'm just going to bribe Count Rolf in case it speeds things up. And it looks like we can throw a bit more money at the campaign here. 80 gold should definitely make my potential voters happy. See that, guys? If I become your queen, we can do this weekly. And it looks like the knights want in on this too. Either that or Count Rolf just realized how profitable politics can be. Oh well, a bit more gold and we should be able to win over the King's Knights to support our claim. In the interim, it appears the Pope is declaring a great holy war for the Kingdom of Aloisia. I'm thinking we should send some troops in there and see what happens. We've been pretty idle for a while and I bet our warriors are itching for blood. Now we'll also grab golden obligations, as we still cannot yet switch to the intrigue focus, and luckily for us we've got a bunch of random useless hooks that we can demand payment for. As we head out to battle the Muslims, our scheme comes to a head. With all the support we've gained over the past 4 years, we now present our claim to the king. And there we have it. We are officially on the ballot as an eligible candidate in the Scandinavian Elective. It's once we pick up Fabricate Hook, though, that we can finally start our, let's say, campaign. Just to see how things work, I'm going to go ahead and cash in this weak hook that we have on Duke Leaf. Oh, nice, a weak hook will work as well. I think these forced votes only last 5 years, so we're going to wait and gather up a bunch of hooks before we go hard. And, oh yeah, our lifestyle focus timer is up as well, so we can go ahead and jump into intrigue. Skullduggery seems best here, as I am a politician after all. Our troops have finished their journey and have landed on the coast of Muhammadid. Honestly, this doesn't seem like the best decision, as the majority of our allies are further inland, and we're pretty tiny compared to the stacks moving around. But it looks pretty clear, so we'll just run to the ocean if anyone does come our way. Oh yeah, I think it's time we move on. 11.5k troops have started towards us, and I don't blame them. We should be able to get out to sea in time. Oh wait, they've turned around again. I might actually be able to finish this siege after all. Oh boy, I'm glad we're just chilling over here. Check out the Holy Royal Rumble going on in the east. Oh god, it looks like they caught our allies split up. Get in there, boys! There are some stacks close by, but they just need to get there before the battle ends. I think they'll actually be fine, though it's looking much closer than I had anticipated. Looks like we've done it, and for a cool 17% war score. We're here, still sieging, and I'm guessing that'll count for something. Oh, please no. We're literally just under a week left on this. Please let us finish. It's really coming close. What? They're turning around. Okay, thank you. That's all for us. We'll just run around the mountains over here and join up with our friends. Also, it looks like we're actually third in terms of contribution. That's pretty good despite our menial forces. Maybe we can snag a siege or two and bump that up a bit. In the interim, I'm a bit worried that some of these hooks our spymaster gathered might expire soon, so we'll just cash them in for votes. Our campaign is coming together. This poll has us as the current number 2, though once we're able to force some hooks via scheme, we should be able to push our bid into the lead. I've been playing Ring Around the Mountain with these armies for a few months. Finally, we can meet up with our boys and start contributing to God's will. I think we'll move up and look to siege and maybe snag some easy war score while we have backup. Looks like we've slipped lower, and we definitely want more of that juicy loot. Now is about the time we wish our allies were a tad smarter. Although these enemy forces seem pretty manageable, our allies are busy scrambling for supplies, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to run, so we're going to have to stand our ground here. Oh, the reinforcements were intercepted. This is going to be a nail-biter. Yes! Oh, I'm pretty sure we actually lost this one, but with the reinforcements, we're still in it. I also bet that we get a bunch of credit for war contributions since technically we initiated this battle. Let's watch. We're currently 5th and... Nice! Back to 2nd. Let's go! Now we should just chill here and siege a bit. If only I remembered to cancel that move order. We were sitting in the hills just twiddling our thumbs. Oh well, we'll just join up and hopefully hold on to our placement in this war, as it's now at 96% and I think it's safe to assume the end is near. And just about in time though, as it looks like our campaign trail for the kingdom starts now. We get to pick up Truth is Relative and start fabricating those hooks. Our first order of business is Duke Olav. Some slight manipulation should allow us to force his 33 votes our way. The crusade has ended, and we picked up quite a hefty bounty as the second place contributor. This shall be put to good use. And Aloisia is looking very nice. It would have been cool to have a Sen out there, but oh well. I came out of this with way more than I had expected anyway. Nothing can match the joy of my newborn son and heir, Pellegrino. He's such a cute little genius. Quite frankly, I'm fairly impressed my husband still has it in him. 73 years old and still pumping out kids. In addition, our campaign seems to be off to a good start. We've set things up so that the Duke gets rushed by traveling bandits. Naturally, I will save him, and it's only reasonable his votes are put in favor of our claim to the throne. Thank you. We're now at 133, still a bit to go as the leader has 332. Wow, clearly I'm missing the bigger target here. Ooh, Duchess Adelber, 83 votes, yep. You're the next one on our list. Unfortunately, my dear Lucas passes just as we get this scheme going. He really loved this stuff too. I'm gonna miss him and his brain. Unfortunately, there's no time to grieve as we need a companion to scheme with, and Ruprecht should help ease the pain as he's an even more excellent schemer than myself. But outside of that, he's fairly useless. Such a shame. So apparently, old Lucas left us a parting gift before he passed. It appears we're with child and we're getting an infidelity secret because it's not the new husband's child. This is quite humorous, but I'll just chalk it up to pregnancy hormones mixed with grief. That's okay, some retail therapy can help us feel better. We'll just throw up a few upgrades in our holdings as we're not doing much with our gold right now. We'll take an archery range and some hunting grounds. This is insane. I'm not actually mad. The hook scheme was discovered, but between my skill, my husband, and my spy master, we still have maximum success chance. Duchess Adelber's votes are just about guaranteed at this point. Ugh, yeah, this. We're still going with that whole I was unfaithful thing, I see. You know, I should be naming these heirs after commenters. I keep forgetting to do that. Here, this one will be Brian B. Though he's not our heir, we'll try to marry him someplace important and see what happens. Politics 101. Spread a few rumors, then make them go away in exchange for some votes. All in a day's work. That's another 83 our way, and it brings our count up to 206. One or two more key endorsements. We should be in good shape. Let's see now. Earl Ivar. It's looking like it's your turn. So whilst we work our manipulation magic, it appears we've taken the lead. Interesting. I'm thinking about canceling the hook fabrication and going straight for succession, but it's probably best to get another voter on board as the margins are pretty tight. Oh geez, guess things are heating up as my political opponents are getting quite creative. A deceased corpse was just launched at my keep. At least I don't have to clean it up. We'll have the physician study it and hopefully learn a thing or two. Also, keeping that hook scheme going was actually a good call. It appears we slipped back into second place, and no worries though, we're gonna get there. We'll also add one final tool to our political arsenal, if you will. Swift execution. Naturally, we're gonna have to be quick with forcing succession, as who knows how long we'll keep all these votes. Nice, the Fabricate Hook gods appear to be very generous to us today. Another successful completion, and we've got our final set of votes from Earl Ivar. These 32 are going to swing the election in our favor substantially. Well good, because now it's time for election day. Oh shoot, King Ammon will be quite a tough one to crack. I'm actually thinking we make up one more hook to ensure this success. Let's target the King's Spy Master as he should provide a substantial bump to our success chance. You know, I just discovered something a bit cheeky here. If we take a look at the Pope's willingness to give us gold, it appears he's pretty against it due to us being wealthy. Well, it just so happens that we can lock up some funds in a keep upgrade and return with our pockets empty. Yep, see, he changed his tone. Now, if we want to be super cheesy, we can go ahead and cancel the construction plans, but it's fine, we can use the upgrades anyway. We actually ended up with a weak hook on our last target. You know, up until just recently, I thought you needed a strong hook for murder schemes. It seems weak hooks are just about as effective as well. Let's hope this one's enough to get the Spy Master on board with our plot. And yep, looks like the weak hook was sufficient. We've got a hook on the Archbishop as well, so let's get him involved. With that, we've got a 95% chance to complete this scheme, and in just under 11 months. Though, it looks like we'll actually only be needing at least 2 of those months. The king has cancer and is dying. This is actually quite the coincidence. A quick check on the current election status does reveal we are still first in line to inherit Danelaw. The stars have surely aligned for Duchess Aloisia. And well, just like that, he passes, and as he does, so too does his title. We win our election by a landslide, and now get to wear the lovely crown as Queen Aloisia of the Danelaw. How beautiful. Well guys, I think that's it for this episode, and I think this was a fun one. I hope I was able to make pop-ups and menus into an enjoyable, cohesive story, but in any case, thanks for all the likes and the subs, they're really appreciated, and in any case, I'll see you guys in the next.